Welcome back to the final map of the day, match day number 14 of the ESL Pro League North American Division, season number 4. compLexity up against Echo Fox. They had such a great start there on Train. Couldn't have gone any better until it just stopped going well.
Couldn't have gone better until it stopped going better, to be fair.
Yeah.
Look, compLexity looked very good in those first 7 rounds. You could argue maybe that Frost was in the lineup there for Echo Fox, so maybe there was some issues coming out of that. But they did get a bit of a run going on towards the end of that first half where he was still playing, and then obviously in the second half, really coming out from that, the guys on compLexity only managed to find 1 round once Rix had rejoined the server. So definitely not looking like a good situation coming out here onto Mirage for compLexity, which is of course Echo Fox's pick. So tough times ahead here for the guys on compLexity, I think.
Definitely tough times in general. Now this map, as you said, Echo Fox's pick. They had such a good second half there on Train as well. So one would expect they should be able to bring this one through relatively easily. However, we are ready to be wrong here, as usual. If compLexity want to show us off, show us up and just bring this one back. We can see the scores from the rest of today. It was Selfless Gaming up against NRG Esports, and NRG took them both out 16-5, 16-5. Pretty convincing fashion, to be perfectly honest, in both of those maps.
Yep.
Of course, we just watched Train, the score 16-9. 7 of those rounds coming through in the first 7 rounds there for compLexity on the CT side on their map of choice. And then compLexity really running away with it. Mirage, will it be a different story? Or will it be, that's it, GG?
Well, to be honest, I mean, that 16-9 scoreline doesn't really feel like it does justice to Echo Fox, to be honest, because like, you almost forget that initial 7 rounds and just be like, well, Echo Fox absolutely dominated. Like, it looked like a 16-2. So, to be fair, I think Echo Fox can come into here on Mirage and really put compLexity under the pump.
Yeah, if you just ignore the first 7 rounds, it's
Well,
totally... No, I understand what you're saying, right? Like, there were 7 rounds where they got a roll on, but from there, the game looked entirely different.
Yeah, it was like 2 different sides were playing after the first 7 rounds.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, maybe something just flipped over for Echo Fox and they came back in and were like, yep, we got this, boys.
We should probably win, is what they said.
Yeah, probably. And they did. They did indeed.
I expect them to do the same here on Mirage, and look, again, it might depend on which side they go first, depending on, well, that score may depend exactly on who starts where. But
potentially,
yeah, I suspect that Echo Fox probably feeling comfortable both on CT and the T side here on Mirage.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised to see Echo Fox coming out here. Either side that they start on and win the half. They definitely looked very good on the T side of Train after those first 7 rounds.
Yeah.
That little asterisk next to that statement. But yeah, definitely they looked quite good on the T side of Train. And they looked very strong on the CT side of Train as well. So I'd have to say Echo Fox coming into this one, I'd be looking at something like maybe a 16-6 to a 16-8 in their favour. They just seem like a much more well-rounded lineup, and everyone seems to be firing for Echo Fox as well. So compLexity coming into this one, I mean, Ape, he looked pretty good in those first 7 rounds for compLexity. So for me, he's going to have to be the one to really look at, and of course Surreal, if he can get that AWP in his hands here on Mirage, maybe something can come out of that, but you really have to favour Shazam in that situation as well.
I was going to say that Surreal has actually been playing some, it hasn't been playing too poorly there on the AWP. Of course, it depends how often you actually get that AWP into your hands, because if you just, get on that losing train, it can be very, very difficult, of course, to actually have the money to buy the AWP. Here on Mirage, might be a little bit of a different story. There's a couple of good spots to run that AWP as well that you see consistently up behind Ticket or perhaps in from mid. The Battle of the AWPs, I suspect, if we get that far, should be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it is going to be tough, of course, for compLexity. We didn't really see them get enough money to have the AWP for a lot of that map on Train. So really, maybe if they can get their economy in a bit of a better situation this time, they can have a bit of a better chance into this one. But yeah, like I said, I still feel like Echo Fox coming into this one with a bit of an advantage. So I think this should be a 2-0.
A 2-0. Well, I suspect you're probably going to be right here, Elfish Guy. I suspect I'm going to go for a 16-4 for Echo Fox, of course.
Okay.
And I hope that I'm wrong. I'm happy to be proved wrong tonight. compLexity, if they can come back like they started the first map, if they can get a good start here and hold on to it and not lose too many rounds to Australia, they could definitely prove us wrong. But that's my non-expert opinion.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess it really depends on which compLexity shows up in this second map. Like the 7-0 compLexity or the 16-2
Is that what it
complexity.
Was it a 7-0 complexity, or was it just a 0-7 Echo Fox?
I mean, for Echo Fox, they didn't look all that good, to be
Mm.
fair. Like, they were just running out there and losing aim duels, and it did seem a bit all over the place. But yeah, you're right. Maybe it does come down to Echo Fox if they can come in here with a good start, as opposed to just running around doing whatever they want individually as a team. Or that doesn't really make sense, but individually,
Yeah.
in that sort of a team environment, if they can work together more so as a team in Mirage here, I think they'll put themselves in a good spot.
Well, we're going to get underway very, very shortly, just waiting for the players to go live with this game. And when we do, I suspect it could be a relatively quick ordeal. Complexity, definitely, with the potential we saw, they have the potential here to prove us wrong. To be fair, I hope they do. I'd love to see a close final map of the night here on Mirage. I always enjoy a game on Mirage as well. It's a good map to watch.
Alrighty, well, looking like we're going to be heading into the game very shortly. So pistol round just about to get underway, and we'll see how it turns out. Echo Fox going to be starting off on that CT side. complexity taking out that T side, and for the moment, a couple of utilities being brought up here by complexity, so maybe making use of those smokes over towards the A-bomb side.
Yeah, let's see how this goes. You know, this time around they're starting T first, and it might be a little bit more difficult here for complexity to get as good a start as they did last game. As you said, 16-2 was really the score after if you exclude the rounds where Echo Fox didn't look like Echo Fox. They push on to A and find 2 very quick kills there. It's now a 3-on-4. Shazam through the smoke.
Oh, he gets deaf.
Love it.
Couple of nice entries from Ape there, though. Will keep the players even for the moment. Surreal able to take down Freakazoid into CT there, and the grenade comes out to Shazam on stairs, dropping him down to 43 HP. He's not looking too healthy at the moment, but complexity certainly are. Majority of their members have a decent HP pool to play with, and it really comes down to Rix here. He needs to hit some nice headshots. Shazam is going to go down straight away, and Rix in a 1 versus 2. The time has been ticking away for so long. This is almost an unwinnable situation for him now. Complexity have done well on this pistol round, and as long as they don't throw it away, which they do not,
no, they
it's been
don't.
a good start.
Yeah, they will pick up the round. Only Android X23 surviving, but it doesn't matter. They're happy to take that plant and round win for the first round here of the second map between Echo Fox and Complexity. Our last map of the night, but we'll be back tomorrow with more action as well. So plenty of CSGO here in the ESL Pro League Season 4. We take a look at Echo Fox. They've gone armor pistols is what they're pushing in, and a 3-stack out towards the A side, but that is not where Complexity are going. They're going to be. Sean Garres finds almost a frag, and there we go.
Freakazoid's done well with only 1 HP to pick up a frag there, but in reality, Echo Fox probably better off just saving the armor and pistols in this situation, though. Rix will take down Def, so back to a 3v3. And I don't mind that Echo Fox have actually forced into this one. Try to keep that pressure on complexity. At the moment, though, it hasn't really worked out as the bomb plan on the B site has been ticking away. And I'd say for Echo Fox, the best case scenario is they can get some exit frags here. But really, complexity probably shouldn't let that happen.
No, they certainly should not. And yeah, I think you are right. Echo Fox would love to find maybe a weapon, but for now, they're going to swing back around and expect that should be that. We can see Sean Garres there with that Mac 10 that he picked up off the ground, but that will be all they'll be able to take through to round number 3. Complexity 2-0. A good start for them. The T side sometimes a little bit difficult here, and again, up against a team like Echo Fox, they're sitting 4th on the ladder. This is their map choice. If you can get a few good rounds here at the start, that's exactly what you want to do. And, do you know we played 212 hours, apparently, on Spectator?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Only got 3 friends, though.
BL.
So that's not very good, but we do at least have our game here. Have a look at and see. It wasn't a bad force buy coming out there from Echo Fox, so to be honest, they have at least something into this round. The Mac 10 with the armor on Sean, and you know the CZ, and the 5.7s available as well for those armored up players for Echo Fox. So at least something that they can still utilize in this round on the CT side. It's not going to be easy, but of course, Complexity will have to be wary.
They certainly will. The armor on 3 players coming across from last round. Def finds a frag. Shazam trades him back out. 8 here fires onto Shazam, takes him down. The B site now all open and ready to go here for Complexity. 3 players still alive for Echo Fox. It's the 3 players left from last round. And Sean Garres does find Uber there. 2 MAC-10s now with this armor and a 5-7 up against the 3 remaining players here for compLexity. It's definitely doable, but probably unlikely. Roker fires in, doesn't find a frag though. Android up the back behind chair, ready to go. And you'd like to think compLexity should be able to find this round as well.
Yeah, they probably should. Sean Garres and Ricks here. They'll probably try and find a couple of frags with those MAC-10s because they probably won't even really want to take them through to the next round. See if one can come on the entry here. It's going to be Ricks to take the duel, and he does take down Surreal. Roker, in the meanwhile, has gone down. So 1 for 1, not so bad there for Echo Fox, and they do pick up one as well onto Ape. So pretty good result for Echo Fox in that one. Put themselves with a bit of extra cash into the next round. They're going to be able to full buy into this one, of course.
They do, but they only take those MAC-10s through, weren't able to find themselves an AK or anything like that, unfortunately. So that means those MAC-10s aren't going to be useful. They're going to be discarded here as 1 AWP and 4 M4s are purchased for the CT side. In round number 4, our first gun round here on Mirage. Mid is looking like the place of action right now. Sean fires through the smoke, gets some tags, doesn't get any kills. Ricks here holding on to short B. 1 player, that is Uber, going to push up into A main. Whilst the bomb and 2 more are still holding in the mid position.
Getting some good mid control here is compLexity. So Echo Fox have actually pretty much decided to just give that one up, which is probably not a terrible decision. You definitely see compLexity now making their way forward. This AWP for Surreal is going to be able to open up the bomb sites there. Shazam goes down, but immediately a trade from Sean onto Def. It's not all bad for Echo Fox, but definitely less than ideal. And now Android X has caught Freakazoid off guard as well. So 3 versus 5. The B-bomb side, it comes down to Ricks if he can hold on to this one. Although he does have a rotator coming across. Sean coming in to help him out. Not a bad situation now for Echo Fox. Ricks has found the first one, and he's looking for the next 2.
He certainly is the bomb carrier who's over there right now. But the third player here for compLexity still some distance away. 8 finds a frag there as Ricks tries to get that Molotov out. He does manage to throw it, but it's not going to be of any use. They're waiting for this last player to come across by the looks of it. And still Sean Garres and Roker here left to do some work for Echo Fox on this first gun round. They've got no utility. The bomb is planted. And they want to hold on to these weapons, I suspect. But they also want to get some rounds on the board here. They don't want to let compLexity get away with a good lead once again. Sean finds the first frag. Uber just watching up with the AK. He should find a frag. No, he can't. That Molotov going to come out and will force Roker to decide which way he wants to go. 8 behind the van, and that leaves just 1 more. Roker, can you find the frag? Uber
like
finally goes down. No kit, though. Or picks it up.
He's got it.
Yeah.
So good retake coming out from those 2 remaining Echo Fox players, Roker and Sean. Doing a good job of it, and compLexity will be a little disappointed. It looked like they were going to get off to another good start like they did on Train, but
yeah,
this time Echo Fox biting back just a little bit quicker.
No, that was a crucial round there. It looked like they were going to lose it, and compLexity were going to win that first crucial gun round. This time around, however, that is not going to be the case. Echo Fox brings it back. compLexity now 3 AKs, 2 tech, 9s, and armor. They're pushing towards the A site, 2 through A main, 3 with the bomb up through Palace.
Yeah, not a great buy for compLexity, but definitely workable. You can see the execute starting to come out onto that A bomb site, but really a great Molotov there, trapping those A main players. Roker doing a good job as well to find 2 for himself before being traded out. In the end, it's looking like Echo Fox have got pretty good control over this map. A nice shot from Shazam to shut down Surreal, and it's all down to Def now in a 1 versus 4. We'll be able to take down Sean and picks up an M4, but really, how much hope does he have of being able to clutch out this round?
No, that should be that. No, misses the frag, but Ricks does, and not Def goes down. 3 players alive. The AWP, an AK, and an M4 go through to the next round. Echo Fox pick up round number 5. The score 2 and 3. That was not a bad round at all for Echo Fox. Going to force compLexity here onto what appears to be right now a full eco. And that should be 3 rounds apiece. P250 is now coming out for compLexity, but that will be it. One would expect that should not be enough for a rush here onto the B site.
Probably not, although stranger things have happened, and compLexity deciding not to actually rush. Ape does have a smoke to work with, so there's something in this round for compLexity. The grenade only doing a little bit of damage over to Def, but Does seem like it's going to be a bit of a go signal there for compLexity as they make their way up into apartments. They actually take down Freakazoid, and now Rix has to come up with a few kills. It looks like he's going to be able to do just that, finding 3 with a nice spray down, and it's just a couple of players here. The good rotate coming across from Echo Fox quite quickly, but Ape making use of that M4 that he's collected is going to be able to take down Shazam. It's now 2 versus 2, still in the favor of Echo Fox, but the bomb going down, that's a great result for compLexity, and now the retake will have to come out.
It will. Plenty of utility, armor as well to work here for Echo Fox, and compLexity might get caught out. Roka pushes out, finds 2, and that will be the round. When you're sitting up here, where Sean is right now, and you're trying to hold off like a 4 or a 5 push from apartments, that's when you go, I'm really glad I picked the M4A4 and not the M4A1S.
Definitely.
Because those extra rounds in the magazine really make a difference there. 3-3 now the score. compLexity able to buy into this round. We will see an AWP coming out onto Surreal, an AWP onto Shazam. And Android, the only one lacking utility right now.
Not a bad buy for compLexity, and once again they're going to try and work mid here. They'll get some utilities thrown into the connector area, and the smoke is going to come down for the sort of mid-cross as well. As of yet, oh, Shazam. Very nice shot, knowing where those bullets from Def are coming from, and picks up an easy kill for himself in the end. So immediately an advantage for Echo Fox.
It certainly is. One player going down here, Surreal still with that AWP, so he can do some work. We can see that Uber is just lurking up here towards Palace. There's 2 players on the A site right now for Echo Fox, and he's going to try and maybe keep them there. But Shazam finds Surreal, but 8 trades it back out and should be able to pick up that AWP should he choose to. Freakazoid now on the rotate. Nope, decides against it. Just wants to hold on B. It's not a bad idea perhaps to keep 1 there. 3 players only alive here for compLexity. And still 1 up towards Palace. Now 1 in mid checking into connector, and 1 up the back of mid. 50 seconds on the clock. They need to pick a site, and they need to pick it soon. They have utility to work with, but they would love to find at least 1 frag here to open it up. It looks like it's going to maybe be A. Maybe if Uber can find 1 frag here onto Sean, who's quite tagged up over towards stairs as well.
Well, compLexity is going to have to get a wriggle on. There's only 30 seconds left in this round, and to be honest, they don't have terrible positions to enter in towards the A site, but that was a crucial spot. Android X going down, and now both of these compLexity players are going to be coming from somewhat of the same direction. Really weakens the push, and, well, just Ape on his own against 4. He's going to be completely wrecked there by Sean. It's a 4-3 now in favour of Echo Fox, and they've been on a bit of a roll, and they're looking good. The economy's looking good here for the CT side as well. compLexity just letting this one slip a little bit.
Yeah, they certainly are. They've lost a few in a row now. And let's see what Echo Fox wants to buy here into round number 8. 1 AWP, 4 rifles, still the way to go. No double AWP coming out for them yet, but to be fair, you don't really need to change it up until you start losing those gun rounds, and they haven't lost a gun round as yet.
No, they definitely have not. It has been a pretty good start into this one from Echo Fox. Even though they lost that pistol round, they've responded very well with the subsequent few gun rounds, and they're looking very comfortable here on CT Mirage. compLexity not going to be really able to buy into this one, and Freakazoid will have his way with them. That's 3 kills for him. Actually, 5 in the end there for Freakazoid. Getting a nice clean up for himself.
Yeah, up against that pistol armor buy, so doing some good work. They weren't unarmored targets, and a few of them had Tech 9s, I believe, so in the end, round going over to Echo Fox, and Freakazoid making some serious bank there. And they'll be happy about that one. Going through that round, really losing nothing to speak of here was Echo Fox. They can carry it all into this round here, and just saving the money across the board. A buy again coming out for compLexity. Def going to get forced back there at mid by that Molotov. 2 going out towards apartments right now, but they might come in through unders. 2 up on towards mid, and 1 in A main. So we can see 3 on the A site for Echo Fox. 1 in mid, 1 short B. Shazam just peeking out into short B right now, and going to get forced back with that smoke, but 1 minute 20 on the clock, and compLexity pushing slowly at the moment. Still alive, that's a start. Uber finds a frag into A, and that's also good. He's going to flash his way out and just drop back for the moment. The bomb looking like it's going to head to B site right now with 1 minute 3 remaining.
Yeah, it's been a good start into this round for compLexity. Worked mid quite well. They've been doing that a few times, but now finally they get the advantage over on the A side. As I say that, though, Sean is going to take an easy shot into Def, and it's back to a 4v4.
Freakazoid still on the B side. Can he do what he did last round, except up against some opponents with better weapons? He drops all the way back down, finds 8. Will he get Android? No, he can't. He goes down. Android shoots into short, finds Rix. And now it's a 2-on-3. compLexity with the player advantage. That third rotating across. And the bomb going to be faked here by Android. You'd like to think he can get this down. Shazam not able to see onto the bomb planter right now. So it's one in market, one coming through apartments here for Echo Fox. They've got money to work with. And I think at worst, they want to damage this economy of compLexity. At best, maybe they'll find these frags. But Uber in a good spot. And he picks up Sean Garres.
Yeah, that's probably going to be the retreat signal there for Shazam. Losing his teammate does make things all the more difficult. And I was going to say, we've seen a couple of nice retakes coming onto the B site from Echo Fox, but no such retake coming out in this round. So compLexity respond back with another round after losing 5 in a row. They'll go back to 5-4. Overall, I mean, the T side, in terms of rounds at the moment for compLexity, is not looking all that bad.
No, and you know, they're going to bring three key weapons through to the next round. Shazam obviously able to hold onto their AWP, so that will make his life just that little bit easier. But still plenty of work to be done here by compLexity. Echo Fox still in the lead, but it hasn't been convincing from the CT side so far. And if compLexity can pick up another gun round here, they're going to find themselves at 5 apiece with 5 to go in the first half.
Potentially. Double AWP setup from Echo Fox is going to be difficult for compLexity to deal with. They had troubles against it on Train as well, and this time actually Roke are going to be taking away that secondary AWP instead of Sean, who was doing that duty on Train. But we'll see how this works out. He's holding off the A bomb site, might spot out Ape as soon as that smoke disappears, or Ape pushes through it. In the end, it is going to be Roker coming up with the shot. Shazam doing good work with that AWP as well for himself. He finds 2. Def did manage to grab Sean Garres, but, well, there you go. The double AWP setup once again working out very well for Echo Fox.
Yeah, all of the frags going on to the AWPs that round. And, of course, as we said before, they waited until they lost that first gun round, changed it up, went the double AWP, found the frags, found them very easily. And, again, this economy for Echo Fox looking very, very good. compLexity, on the other hand, they've reset their losing bonus and now back to 6 and 4. It's looking pretty difficult here from the guys on the T side if they're going to get back into this game.
Yeah, definitely. The economy's been broken here for compLexity, and they will be able to buy a few smokes into this round. So again, it looks like it's going to be sort of an A execute, try and get that bomb down, best case scenario. They do have a few pistols to work with here, and Def has got a little bit of armor, so there are some takeaways here for compLexity that maybe if they can pick up a gun, throw it into the hands of Def, see what can happen. But definitely very much weighted in the favor of Echo Fox, and at the moment really just waiting for that execute to come out. Does look like it's going to be thrown out now by compLexity, but maybe we were just peeking a little bit too early. Is going to walk straight into the sightlines of Shazam. Def does find 1, but he's immediately taken down there by Sean, and it's now 3 versus 4. Sean doing good work from on the balcony there. He's going to be eventually taken down by Surreal, but really, I think this should be over here for Echo Fox. 7 on the board now. compLexity sitting only on 4.
They certainly are, and they managed to retrieve the second AWP once again. Echo Fox bringing that double AWP set up into round number 12. 7-4 the score. That eco did some damage, but not huge amounts. Nothing really worth going into, to be fair. And the economy here for Echo Fox still looking great. 6-5 would have been much better than 7-4, but still time to work with. They can bring this first half back here, Elfish Guy, potentially, but it all starts with winning this crucial gun round.
compLexity making their way onto the A-bomb site, this time without using any real smokes to execute. They do have 1 to help them on that cross, and the bomb's going to be planted for short here. Uber getting that one down quite safely, and it's a 4 versus 4. Echo Fox only managing to get 1 on the entry. Shazam, though, once again cleaning up another player with the AWP there. He's been looking good so far for Echo Fox, and it's now a 4v3 retake. Make that a 4v2 as Rix is able to take down Def. Uber and Android X, the only survivors here for compLexity. They need to clutch this one out, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. It's just down to Uber in a 1 versus 3.
Yeah, the smoke is out. Uber pushes through it. Will he find one? He does. Roker goes down. Rix picks him up in return, and the defuse going out here to Echo Fox, and they used their player advantage. I think they baited out one and, you know, found the other in the end. So easily done there on the retake for Echo Fox. And 8-4 now the score. compLexity with not all that money to work with here. Do they save? Do they go pistol armor maybe? Wouldn't be a terrible buy, to be honest. But Looks like they're just going to go pistols across the board. A little bit of armor, a little bit of utility. But just starting to get away from them here in this first half. They're going to rush potentially towards this B site once again. All 5 players heading out towards apartments. And Freakazoid, again, Johnny on the spot here. Can he find the frags?
Well, it's definitely possible. We've seen him do it once before. The grenade, though, that he's utilised down into apartments there hasn't really done anything over to compLexity, who've held up for the moment. Just waiting. Sean could be another key player in this round here for Echo Fox. If he chooses the right time to push up the stairs, then compLexity are going to be in a bit of trouble. He'll come around behind them, and now wouldn't necessarily be the worst of options. Looks like compLexity going to make their way out on towards that B bomb site. Freakazoid this time not having as much luck. And it looks like Rix, it's going to be down to him to hold off this B assault. He's going to find the first one on Sreal, but will be taken down by Android X with the Deagle. Sean now, he's the one to watch. Coming in from apartments here. Can he find a couple?
He's in a good spot, but they do spot him out. Def sees him there, and he's just holding back right now. Roka finds a good frag onto Ape, and now it's a 3-on-2. Uber and Android, the last 2 left. The bomb not yet down, and it's held up. Oh, straight through the smoke. Uber gets popped. That leaves Android X23 all on his lonesome. He finds a frag onto Sean. Nice dig. And now it's 2-on-1. A little bit too much to ask, but if you can find just one more frag with this Deagle, that would make it easier. But I suspect Shazam, there we go, will find that kill. And 9-4 now the score. 2 rounds left in this half. compLexity want to bring this back to a 6-9. Still something they can work with here when they swap sides. And 11-4, however, pretty much the end of it, I suspect.
Yeah, potentially. I mean, Echo Fox across the board have been looking very good. Shazam has been doing good work with that AWP. Roka as well. I mean, second AWP. Didn't really expect that to come out from him, but definitely hasn't been doing too badly with it either. So really, I think individually, again, Echo Fox just looking a little bit better than compLexity. So as you mentioned, if this goes to 11-4, compLexity are going to have a really tough time of coming back in the second half. And, well, they need to get to 6.
We've seen them play mid-control quite a bit. We've seen them go B quite a bit when they've been on the eco here, Elfish Guy, but we haven't seen too much B action coming out of compLexity when they've actually had a buy round. So to be fair, they haven't had that many buy rounds, but still. Def, can he find a frag? No, Shazam picks him up with the AWP. 4 left alive here, 1 minute 10 remaining on the clock. 2 in mid, 1 in apartments here. And he will find Freakazoid, and Sean goes down as well. All of a sudden, it's a 3-on-4, compLexity with the player advantage, but they need to go grab the bomb, bring it back to a site, probably this B side. It's open right now. They've got a player out towards it. Let's see what Shazam and Roka can do. They both got AWPs, but this rotate coming back towards the A site with the bomb, and either they'll get caught off guard, or they'll just find these 2 Echo Fox players entirely on the wrong side of this map.
Shazam just opting to go for that M4A1S as he's making his way over towards the B bomb side. Of course, we know that compLexity are headed over towards A, but maybe they can take down Ape here, get themselves into a 2v3 for that retake. They still have a lot of time to actually rotate over to A, but in a situation like this, it's not looking all that great for Echo Fox in this round in particular.
Yeah, Shazam pushes
Bomb's not
forward.
yet planted.
He's got a molly, and you're right, that makes a big difference. The Molotov on the wrong side of the boxes, though. He picks up one. Uber goes down. Will he get a second? He does. And now, all of a sudden, there's 2-on-2 here. 1 underneath boxes, 1 out towards A main. They find one, and could just do this defuse straight up here. How's Ape going to go? It's a 1v1. The defuse going down, and he finds him. compLexity wins the round just in the nick of time. Ape pulling out the goods. 9-5 now the score. Last round of this first half. This 6-9 would be a little bit better here for compLexity if they can do that.
That was a very close round there. And Echo Fox, I mean, they did a good job to actually bring it back to that 1v1. And compLexity, I don't think they're going to be too happy with that. Obviously, it's going to hurt their buy a little bit here. The Galil coming out for Android X. If they had saved maybe a couple more, they would have been a little bit better. But regardless, it's going to be a decent buy here for compLexity. And they do have the opportunity to bring this back to a 9-6, which would not be a bad first half score for compLexity. 10-5, I feel like just a little bit more leaning towards Echo Fox here. But, of course, we'll have to wait and see.
We certainly will. compLexity here deciding which way they want to play this. Mid-control has been something they've been taking care of quite a lot, and it wouldn't surprise me to see them try do it once again. Shazam, at the moment, though, he is down in connector, and he's watching up towards mid-area. He spots them, falls back. Not sure which angle he's going to play. Freakazoid we can see on the B site right now, and one in the form of Uber, again, just lurking up there in Palace. Shazam going to fall back into mid, rotate back through perhaps into jungle. Not a bad play with that AWP. And maybe a short B apartment rush as well, splitting onto the B site. We'll soon find out. But they're going to push through without the bomb and just try and find a frag first, because 45 seconds remaining and everyone's still alive.
Oh, good shot from Shazam. He's going to be able to take down Ape, and now only 4 remain for compLexity, though they are making their way onto that B bomb site. The difficulty is compLexity have left that bomb in mid, and someone's going to have to go and retrieve that. There's only 29 seconds left on the clock here. It does look like it's going to be Uber to rotate around through that direction, but I don't even know if they can have enough time. They need to clear this site straight away. 19 seconds left on the clock. Ooh, lucky, though, for Uber. He's able to take down Sean Garris. 15 seconds now to get that bomb down. And if we see Shazam picking up Uber here, this could be crucial. Looks like he should be able to do that, and he does. There's only 7 seconds now on the clock. I don't think they're going to get the plant in time, but Shazam won't even let them. Gets 3 on the end there, and it's 10-5 after the first half in the favor of Echo Fox.
Shazam with 3 great frags to end off the first half. 10-5 the score. We're going to swap sides. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with our last half of the night.
This is the galaxy's easiest meal. And this is the galaxy's easiest haircut.
I absolutely love it.
Soylent, the galaxy's easiest meal. This is the galaxy's easiest meal. And this is the galaxy's easiest race. Soylent, the galaxy's easiest meal.
Get your team apparel now at shop.eslgaming.com.
He's going to get the 1 kill in that bomb incoming under the zone. FNX has to stay up. Oh, he gets the triple FNX. Oh my god, what a way to win that round. They don't have a smoke, so this over still. Oh,
Welcome back. We're into the pistol round, our last half of Counter-Strike action of the night. It's 12th place, compLexity Gaming, up against 4th place to Echo Fox. Echo Fox won Train at 16-9 after a slow start. This is a different story now. They're 10-5 up after the first half. In a great position to lock this one out quickly. But compLexity, what can they do on the CT side? Echo Fox picked this map. They've shown us that they're pretty good on the T side. Sorry, on the CT side. How are they now that we've swapped? What strats are we going to see coming out from them?
Well, it remains to be seen, I guess, how good Echo Fox are on the T side here, but definitely looking to them to be able to pick up something. They've got actually 3 smokes coming into this pistol round, so they definitely have some sort of set strategy in mind. And it does seem like the A side is going to be where they're headed. So we'll see how those utility buys work out. Smokes are going to be raining across to the A-bomb side, and we have spotted out that player in CT as well. Uber really needs to find something. He's really the only unsmoked player here for compLexity, but he'll be forced to fall back. Shazam will chase him down and picks up the kill. Now Shazam, he wants to actually continue forward, it seems. Roker and Sean going to be backing him up, and well, this is a bit of a dangerous situation for compLexity to walk into, but well, Surreal and Android X going to be answering that quite well. In the end, it looks like compLexity should be picking up this pistol round unless Rick's can go huge.
What even was that stack? You tell me, Offish guy.
I don't know.
That was
the Echo Fox stack.
Yeah, well, look, I'm not 100% sold on it, to be honest, because all it really looked like was compLexity finding some easy kills.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it would have looked really good if they had have picked up the shots.
But they didn't.
But it wasn't the case.
They did not, and the pistol round going over to compLexity brings it back to 6-10. They can, of course, buy into this round. Echo Fox, they got the bomb down, so they will save this round, potentially buy into the third. Yeah, I'm just not sold on those post-plant positions. They're not cheerleaders trying to make like a pyramid there, Elfish guy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also not particularly sold on it, but I guess it doesn't hurt Echo Fox all that much. They still have a few rounds to play with here, so they're just going to go for the pistol buys into this one, the Deagles. We've seen Echo Fox actually pick up a couple of eco rounds so far, so it's definitely not over.
No, certainly not. And Tech9's Deagles, a very potent mix of pistols here. For now, they're looking towards this B site. 120 on the clock and 2 mid, 2 towards B, 1 coming back through T spawn. 3 players on the A site for compLexity, 2 onto the B site. Maybe they're going to come in through unders and try and find their way out towards mid. But Uber, he's in here and look, he's only got an MP9 to work with at range, so that's maybe less than ideal. We'll now see 4 players over in mid and potentially trying to push to the A site through connector. Surreal finds Freakazoid. What are the remaining 4 players from Echo Fox going to do? A, I don't think is the right choice.
Well, to be fair, neither of these bomb sites is really a good option for Echo Fox, but sure, the B site only has a couple of players on it. Still, it's going to be a difficult decision and a difficult round coming out for Echo Fox, regardless of which site they go to. You're going to need to hit those shots with the Deagle, and 8 knows for sure that there's a couple of players coming up the short area, and he'll answer them well. Picks up 2 for himself. Android X in a good spot. He's able to take the head off Shazam and Sean. And a very easy round in the end there for compLexity without losing a single gun.
Yeah, easy peasy for compLexity. 7-10 now the score. Echo Fox with money to spend should they choose to. And, we often see a third round buy, but are they going to hold on to this once again? Yeah, just going pistols by the looks of things. A couple of lots of armor there, not too much at all. It wouldn't surprise me to see a rush maybe onto this B site coming out from then. They haven't rushed at all so far on these ecos, and we've changed things up, maybe changed the tempo up just a little bit, but on this occasion, it's not going to happen once again.
Echo Fox with just the pistols and a little bit of armor there on Freakazoid and Rix. Perhaps looking to get an AWP into next round as opposed to just the 5 rifle setup. I would imagine that would be what they're going for here. They can get a bomb down or something like that at least out of this round. They need to do a little better than they did last round where they didn't even get anything. Sean.
Wow.
That's a nice shot onto Uber, but he's immediately taken down by Surreal. Def holding onto A main here is probably going to have a pretty good time of it. Molotov goes down, denying the push from Echo Fox.
It certainly will. 1 minute remains, and we can see Android coming up now into towards T-spawn. He's going to jump out. He's got the SMG. Will he find a frag? He does. There's 2. Shazam going down as well. Will he get the third? Not this time around. Rix ends up taking him down, and now Rix on 4 HP with this UMP. You know, he could potentially get through into apartments, get onto this B site, but it's not going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think so. Death will clean him up quite easily in the end.
To run straight away. Not that he knew.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Even then it was going to be tough to get a plant. But as expected, the AWP going to come out here for Echo Fox onto Shazam, and well, he's been a key fragger at the moment for Echo Fox on Mirage, sitting on 21 and 11. Been doing some good work. He was doing good work on Train as well, so there is sense in this buyout coming up from Echo Fox. We'll see how they utilize it. Looks like the A site might be the option of choice for now.
Yeah, Smoke going to go down into A main straight away here from Def. He throws a HE in as well, just for good measure. And all 5 players from Echo Fox waiting, ready to go. Only the bomb carrier going to push all the way up. Not sure about that decision, but nevertheless, that is where they want to play. And wouldn't be surprised to see someone go up into Palace. That'll be Sean Garez. And see how he wants to push this. Uber into A main as well. He's holding back a Smoke to try and force these guys back as well. Sean up from Palace. Can he find some frags? He's in a good position to do it. They rush on out. Def, Surreal, both finding frags. Roka does get Def, and Surreal goes down to Roka's second frag. Sean's still alive here, but Uber just underneath right now wants to find a kill. He does. Drops the bomb carrier.
Sean is going to be able to spray through the plank there and picks up Uber, who's holding in dark. And for now, it's a 2 versus 2, though. Shazam and Sean are very low on HP, and Echo Fox have an opportunity to get into this A-bomb site, but might not be a bad idea to just fall back and see where else they can work the map. They have a bit of time to play with here.
It is a bit, but only a bit, not huge amounts, and both compLexity players in very good positions here to rotate around to the B site. Shazam and Sean Garez is going to try and do something about this, maybe, but it's going to be a big ask, to be honest. If they get onto this B site in time, they'll find Android X23 by himself. But they're both quite tagged up, and Sean Garez really, I don't know, I suspect he might go down here early on with Android in a very good spot to find this frag. Oh, well done,
Good
Shazam.
cover from Shazam.
Nice.
Excellent.
Nice work.
And that puts Echo Fox in a fantastic position now. The 2 versus 1. Shazam holding up in apartments here. The Molotov going to come down onto short as well. Going to just restrict the movement there of Ape. Also does a little bit of damage. But yeah, Ape really in a tough position now. He doesn't have a kit to work with either. The smoke from Sean Garrett is allowing him to cross into market. Ape, he doesn't have any idea where Sean is, but he's getting awfully close. In the end, does manage to actually pick up the kill, but now he has to deal with Shazam.
He does, and he's up in apartments with the AWP. He spots him out. He knows he's still there. 3 HP! One more round would have done the job. And Shazam going to go down as well here by this bomb. Everyone dies, Selfish Guy. But Echo Fox win the round.
They do win the round, but because everyone died, their buy is going to be a little less than ideal. There's, of course, going to be no AWP saved here for Shazam, so just the 5 rifle setup at best, although we're going to see a P90 coming out for Freakazoid. In the end, compLexity do manage to scrounge together an AWP onto Surreal, but Uber is going to have only a scout and no head armor, or no armor at all. But still not a bad round coming out here for Echo Fox in terms of the buy, so they'll be happy about this, but they want to definitely continue to pick up a couple more rounds in a row now.
Stacking towards the B site. We can see that Android holding back here with the M4 as well. As the nades do come over the top. Are they going to push B? It looks like it out through apartments. What is Android going to do? They're going to force him out. Nice molly. And another easy frag there as well. Still 5 alive here for Echo Fox as they get onto the site. Surreal will find Shazam. It's now a 3 onto 4. But this is a difficult position for compLexity to be in. Still one player slowly coming through into B short here. And they're going to start running out of time.
Yeah, they definitely are. And it's not really an ideal situation here for compLexity to try and even retake this. It looks like they're just going to save. That is Def and Uber making their way out. No, actually, Cole. What am I saying? Surreal and Uber making their way out. Def will be holding in the window room or the ladder room just to try and find some exit frags, although it doesn't seem like Echo Fox will oblige him as they make their way out through apartments. It'll be 12 on the board here for Echo Fox. Another good buy coming into the next round for the T side. The CT side, on the other hand, will be just forced on the eco.
Yeah, well, they've got 3 weapons. They brought the AWP across, of course, that UMP, and a scout, which, to be fair, isn't so great. Uber will need to do a ton of work here if he wants to make use of it. Obviously, he had it last round and didn't do all that much. Again, looks like they're going to push towards the B site. 2 players, that will be Surreal and Ape for compLexity over there right now with, looks like Android pushing into market as well. It worked for Echo Fox last round. They're tempted to try and make it work again. Surreal! Look at that.
Yeah, good start onto Rix. Definitely can't complain about that one. And, I mean, when you look at compLexity in terms of their buy, Surreal is going to have to be the one in this round to come up with things like that so that compLexity is going to have a chance. doesn't really stop Echo Fox from making their way onto that B bomb site. But now, down to these B players, Android X and Ape. Well, Android's done a good job of getting one there, but really it's not enough. Freakazoid and Roka will clean up those 2 kills. Uber holding with the AWP for the moment. Bomb, though, is going to be allowed to be planted by Echo Fox. It's a 3 versus 3, still favouring the T side, though, for me.
Yeah, well, the players do the bombs down. And Shazam just holding up here in apartments and in a pretty good spot to do some damage. We can see that Sean Garez currently sitting over towards short as well. So Def finds a frag. Will he get a second? No, he can't. Shazam picks him up. Uber and Surreal here probably going to want to pull away. Shazam they're still trying to find these frags, but it's not going to happen. You can hear that scout going off in the background, but compLexity will lose this round. Echo Fox up to 13-8 now. Just starting to get into a lead that probably compLexity can't bring back.
Yeah, a bit more of a comfortable round coming out there for Echo Fox. They had a better time and able to take a couple more weapons into this round. They'll be able to get a full buy. compLexity as well will be having a decent buy heading into this one. But yeah, you're right. I mean, 13 rounds on the board here for Echo Fox. It is starting to look a little bit difficult now for compLexity. Depending on how this round goes, I think we'll get a bit of a better indication. But yeah, for me, Echo Fox looking to close this one out relatively shortly.
Yeah, swapping it out to the A side here. compLexity still with weapons to work with. They probably lost a couple in a row now, I suspect. And again, Roke are going to push up all the way into A main. Only Def and Uber on the site right now. We can see Surreal rotating back through here. He's going to throw out a molly. He's got this AWP to work with. And Smoke's going to completely block off his vision. They're going to come through A main 1. That will be Sean going up through Palace as well. And Uber in the smoke. He finds one. Won't get the second. Roka picks him up. The bomb plant going down. 4 alive. 3 alive now. Roka takes out that player. And again, he's going to try and get this bomb down. He gets dropped by Android. And now it's a 2-on-3. Still, compLexity with the advantage. Rick's the last one left alive. And so very quickly, this push onto the A site from Echo Fox is falling apart. He doesn't have the bomb. He's got the AWP. Maybe he wants to save it. But there's so much work to be done if he wants to try and make something of this round. And 50 seconds, a long time to stay alive.
Well, he's not going to be getting anywhere near that. He's going to peek straight into the sight line there of Surreal, who picks himself up an easy frag. And now into this round, Echo Fox probably just going to have maybe a couple of pistols dropped for them by Sean. But really, they can't hope for all that much into this round. Looks like they're not even going to get the pistols.
No, certainly not across the board. And maybe a B rush? No, not as of yet. They just decide something makes them change their mind. They come back towards A right now. Sean has pushed all the way up towards that archway here at A main. There's 2 players on the other side. Maybe they can flash their way in and trade evenly and get the bomb plant down. That would probably be a good round here for Echo Fox.
Oh, Sean going to just push straight through the smoke here. And well, gets a nice entry frag there onto Def. The Eagle coming up trumps. But for now, still a 4 versus 5. And I mean, you could favour compLexity given the weapon advantage that they do have, but Shazam has got an M4 in his hands. We'll see if he can use it. Not too well, though. Uber's going to take him down, finds a couple more as well. As Surreal finding 1. So, in the end, Rick's finding himself with a 1 versus 4. And it should be third. Wow, words are hard. 13-10 on the board there for compLexity.
That's precisely what it will be, Elfish Guy. And compLexity now linking a couple of rounds in a row together. This is much closer than we suspected, to be fair. And Echo Fox here having to make decisions on what they want to spend this money on. How much do they want to spend? What are they going to do? Are they going to let compLexity back into this game? They'd certainly rather not. But right now, compLexity does not care about that. They're playing some good Counter-Strike, and they're clawing their way back into this. And very limited utility coming out at all here for Echo Fox. So the potential for this to be a difficult round. They're going to go default across the map right now. Both sides really doing exactly that. And first kill of this round could be crucial.
Well, it definitely will be. We've seen compLexity have not too bad of a time getting the initial kills, but Echo Fox have got the AWP in the hands of Shazam, and he's trying to work mid here. Hasn't spotted anyone out just yet, but feels like only a matter of time before Shazam will be able to come up with something for Echo Fox. Potentially going to be an A split here once Echo Fox do manage to gain control of mid, which they have now done. Shazam still making his way slowly forward. Surreal versus Shazam. It's going to go the way of Shazam. And now an advantage to Echo Fox. This is going to be a second as Sean Garris is able to pick up Def.
Yeah, really just throwing away his life there up towards Palace, and this should be an A plant coming out if they find Uber. This time he's not going to be able to hold them back, and Sean Garris finds that frag. The bomb plant going to go down here for Roka. The last two players for compLexity content to just go back to the B side and try and hold on to their weapons. Echo Fox know where they are, and they are going to try and chase them down by the looks of this.
Echo Fox probably don't want to give up too many weapons here, but, well, that's going to help out. Ape's going to go down to Freakazoid. Now 1v5. I think Echo Fox can afford to drop maybe 1 or 2 here, but only going to be 1 in the end there. So a very good round in the end for Echo Fox. 14 on the board. compLexity heading into this one with, well, they'll be able to scrounge together a bye, but it's not going to be an excellent one.
No, Uber, who's been holding that A site time and time again, going to be forced onto a CZ. A scout onto Def. Ape will still have an AWP to work with, but overall not that great at all. Shazam, he's got an ult, 4 AKs for the rest of the Echo Fox team, and much more utility than we saw them use taking the last round. Surreal wants to find a frag or 2 into mid, but he's going to fall back there, expecting nades to come out, and that's exactly what happens. Smoke going down as well, so there's not much for him to do. Not a bad nade over towards Freakazoid, but it actually doesn't manage to do any damage. Shazam finds another frag there into mid through connector. That's 2 in a row he's got now from that position. And it might be a B split coming out from the guys. Wouldn't go bad. Just one up in jungle and another up back behind apartments.
Well, Surreal and Ape going to find 1 apiece, but Shazam bites back. It's now 3 versus 3, and the B bomb site completely open here for Echo Fox. The bomb's going to go down quite safely, and compLexity, this retake, it's going to be so difficult with just the Scout, M4, and CZ. But if they can pull this off, they might be able to bring it back to a potential overtime or something like that. Rix, though, will start off well onto Surreal. It's looking pretty tough.
It's a big ask, and it's planted for short as well, and they've got Shazam over there in short at the moment. He goes down, so time's ticking away, however. Freakazoid up from the back of the site here, up against the last remaining player for compLexity. That's Uber, and he's going to drop back with his AK armor and smoke grenade to try again next round. The score, though, will be 15-10. Echo Fox just run 1 round away from picking this one up and going 8 wins, 2 losses into the season. And they would certainly appreciate that.
Absolutely would, but compLexity are going to have, well, again, some difficulty into this round. They're not going to really have a very good buy, just the pistols and the armor. There at least is an AK on Uber, but definitely leaving a little bit to be desired. Echo Fox this time look like they're going to work mid once again, just going out very quickly. They're so confident into this round. Rix at the moment hasn't spotted anyone out, but Def and Ape, there you go, a couple of kills for compLexity. They've retrieved an AK as well onto Def and 1 onto Ape. There goes a kill for Surreal, and all of a sudden things are starting to turn around once again.
Yeah, desperation coming up from compLexity, and this time it's going to pay dividends for them. Echo Fox down to only 2 players. Still, everyone alive here for compLexity as they lose 1, but pick up 1. Shazam, the last one left. They find that frag. 4 still alive. They find the AWP as well. And that was a good round for compLexity. Still 4 more to go here if they want to bring this back to overtime. Echo Fox with a fair bit of money on a couple of players, but look at that, Sean sitting there on 1450. Not so great for him.
Yep, Echo Fox wisely deciding just to eco into this one. Freakazoid's bought an AK because he had a bit of cash in the bank, but he's the only one that's really invested into this one. And Freakazoid will have to see what he can do with that, or with that AK even on the entries.
2 players up in Palace right now here for Echo Fox. We can see that AK on Freakazoid coming back around through T-spawn, heading out towards A main. And Uber up the back of the site. I think it might be Def over between the boxes as well, ready to go here. No utility to work with at all from Echo Fox, so this is going to be very difficult. Def finds 1, finds the second, might swing around and get some more. There you go, that's 3. Won't get the 4th, and it's now a 3-on-2. Freakazoid and Rix. The last one's alive. Rix here in a very difficult position here with his AK that he's picked up. And he wants to grab the bomb. He tries. He fails. He dies. 12-15 now this score. Echo Fox will be able to buy into this round. compLexity, of course, able to do the same. And this is getting closer and closer. It's definitely closer than we gave compLexity credit for at the start of the map. I think I said 16-4. You said like 16.
6 to 8.
Yeah, there you go. So, look, if they can bring this back to overtime, that's going to be absolutely huge.
It's definitely not looking so bad here for compLexity. I mean, they've got a couple of rounds in a row now. They've won that eco round for themselves as well, but still, their backs are against the wall. Echo Fox, all they need is that one round, and Sean, he's only got that Tech 9 to work with, but the rest of his team following up with AKs and AWPs. It's, again, not a bad buy coming out from the T side. This time, though, they decide they don't want to go too quickly in towards mid, which might have been their undoing in that anti-eco. They've just decided they want to play quite slow, give Shazam some options, some availabilities to get some picks. As of yet, though, he hasn't made a peak.
Uber's swapped up his position here. He's got the P90 holding into connector. He pushes out, fires a shot. They're going to follow him back through. Surreal in a good spot to find a frag. Misses the shot, takes some damage. Shazam in mid by himself, just looking into connector. But the smoke comes across, and he'll give up on that place for now. Goes back, grabs the bomb. Looks like it might be an A split, and he should rotate back around if that's going to be the play. No. Maybe he wants to come in through to A from underpass into mid potential, but as we say that,
Ricks could get picked here, but he just decides not to swing out all that much. Ape was watching, and Ape did not spot him out. So still Ricks is going to be okay in that ladder room, but now Echo Fox making their way onto that B bomb site. Def is going to be doing a good job of backing up his short player on B. Picks up Ricks.
Yeah. 17 seconds on the clock, so not much time here for Echo Fox. They need to get the bomb plant down. compLexity just want to hold them back, and there's a lot of work to be done. Roka finds one, finds two.
Oh.
There's a third, and now Roka, the last one left alive. Uber from behind picks him up. 13-15 the score. compLexity bringing it back here, Elfish Guy.
Yep.
And look at this this money here for Echo Fox. Is it going to be Eco Fox? Because look,
it has to be Eco Fox. It has to be.
Play it for that 16-14 scoreline.
Yep. Double ult setup coming out, though, from compLexity. They've pulled out all the stops. And, well, Echo Fox, you should think, wouldn't really have much into this round. But definitely next round, you know, if we get there, it's going to be a good one. Hoping Echo Fox might be able to just get something into this round. Maybe get an AWP in the hands of Shazam. That would be the ideal situation. And then perhaps we'll see some fireworks. But for now, they've just gained control of mid. Roka's going to be moving up into Sniper's Nest. Picks up Uber.
Yeah.
It's now a 4v5. It's not yet a convincing round for Echo Fox, but definitely it's on its way there.
Well, it helps if you can get control of mid, get up into jungle there, and maybe push through, get a flank in through CT or something like that. They're not in a bad position to do that. Freakazoid going to come in through to A from connector. Android, he gets suspicious here, and rightfully so. Might find Roka. He does. There's one. Ricks just around the other side. Is he going to check? He does, and he finds the frag. Shazam and Sean Garrett's the last two left alive here for Echo Fox, and they might get found out here by Def. He turns around at the wrong time, but it doesn't matter. He finds both. 14-15 the score. This is going to OT. This could be insane if it does. compLexity bringing it back around by round. Echo Fox, plenty of money to spend here.
It's not Eco Fox anymore. It's Echo Fox now.
Mate, that's it. Well, they lost to essentially a force by Eco coming out, which turned it around, didn't it? So, look.
Well, it's an important round now for Echo Fox, that's for sure. But compLexity, they've looked pretty good in these last couple of rounds. So let's see what happens here. The double AWP setup coming out once again for the CT side. Echo Fox once again look like they're peeking in towards mid, but that time it's not working out. Surreal will be able to pick up Shazam, and a 4v5 is all Echo Fox has to negotiate this round with.
1 minute 27 remaining. They're back in mid. They've got control of this, but Uber was just peeking in through to connector for now. They force out anyone in jungle, and Uber rotates back around. He might go down into CT and pick a side. The bomb sitting in mid. Freakazoid needs to find a frag as he pushes through connector out towards this A site. But maybe they want to go B. I'm not sure. Obviously, with this player advantage, compLexity are happy just to hold back and wait for a rotation. That's exactly what Uber is doing right now. Just trying to make sure they can't get flanked through mid. And 50 seconds on the clock. Echo Fox, they need to get a wriggle on. They need to find a way onto one of these sites. Potentially be the easier choice, but we'll see which way they choose to go. They'll need to make use of this utility to its fullest extent.
Up the connector now for Echo Fox and making their way in towards the bomb site. They've been spotted out by a couple of those compLexity players, so already a very early rotate coming across from the CT players. Android X has found himself almost in the connector there, but has actually decided to make his way through the CT spawn. And now Freakazoid making his way forward. There's only 15 seconds left on the clock here for compLexity to deal with Echo Fox. It doesn't seem like they're going to be able to get a bomb down here. Roka's going to find one, and Sean, he should get the bomb down, but really that's all he's going to be able to do here. But no, an orb shot comes out. It's Rix in a 1 versus 2.
Big plays here. This is the game on the line. Rix all the way up the back of B Short. He fires through the smoke, but he doesn't know where anyone is. He picks up Android. He runs through the flames. Will he get the other diffuser? Fires through the smoke, but he's not aiming in the right spot. And compLexity wins the round, takes it to overtime. Wow.
Well, Rix had the right idea there, but he just didn't know exactly where that diffuser was coming out. So in the end, 15-15 coming out. compLexity have done a good job to bring it back. But Echo Fox, well, they'll be disappointed about that round.
They certainly will. compLexity, on the other hand, should be feeling very, very good right about now. They brought this all the way back to a 15-all overtime. We are going to take a very quick break here, and we'll be back with the rest of the game.
This is the galaxy's easiest meal. And this is the galaxy's easiest haircut.
I absolutely love it.
Soylent, the galaxy's easiest meal. This is the galaxy's easiest meal. And this is the galaxy's easiest race. Soylent, the galaxy's easiest meal.
Get your team apparel now at shop.eslgaming.com.
He's going to get the one kill in that bomb coming down to the zone. FNX has to stay up. Oh, he gets the triple FNX. Oh my God, what a way to win that round. They don't have a smoke for this overstill. Oh, look at that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back into the action. Overtime has started. compLexity up against Echo Fox. And wow, what a second half that was. compLexity bringing it back out of nowhere. Echo Fox losing to what was a 4-spy rush on like round number, like compLexity on like 12 rounds or something like that.
Yeah.
And then lost every round after that, so.
It was, well, not a situation we expected to find ourselves in here at a 15-15 between compLexity and Echo Fox. But yeah, Echo Fox just letting that one slip a little bit. And now they're going to have to fight it out in overtime, which hasn't started out too well for them, as Def will be able to start off on to Shazam. Freakazoid as well has been dropped down to 22 HP. And across the board, Echo Fox, they're not looking all that healthy.
No, they're certainly not. And 3 players out towards mid, the bomb carrier in unders at the moment. And not a bad stat coming out from compLexity on the correct side of the map for now. Sean just going to maybe try and peek in through connector to A site, but I think they're going to try and split onto the B site right now, which isn't a bad idea. They just want to make sure that that bomb carrier, if he does do that, can get through and doesn't get caught out with the bomb up in B apartments. But right now he's holding down in unders. They found a frag, but it's 4-on-4. And Echo Fox quite tagged up across the board. Freakazoid and Rix both down to low HP. Sean Garrett pushes through. He's on the right side where he wants to be. Will he get the frag? He does, but gets traded out by Android. He gets a second as well. There's 3 for Android. And all of a sudden, Roka, the last one left alive with the bomb up in apartments. And Android might find a 4th. He does. Great round there for compLexity.
Excellent round for compLexity. And, well, Android in particular. He's now hit himself a 30 bomb. Shazam sitting on 31, the only one ahead of him in this entire game. But, of course, Echo Fox, more importantly, will be dropping that first round of overtime. compLexity coming into this one again. Looking pretty good so far on their CT side in, the last 10 minutes or so. Echo Fox have just been a little shaky, but it's another buy coming out from Echo Fox, and well, they'll need to pick this one up.
Heading out towards B once again. 2 mid, 2 B side, 1 over towards Palace. A stack coming out here towards short B for compLexity, and again, it's not a bad choice by them. Shazam up in mid looking through connector. Fires through the smoke. No one there right now. One player on short though. Maybe can do some work. That's 8. He just doesn't want to get caught out. You can see Uber watching in as well to connector. Where are they going to congregate? Looks like it's going to be another B split coming out from Echo Fox, and that's a good start. 8 goes down. Freakazoid gets Android with another 2 frags.
They lined up for him there, and he almost got a 3rd as well, but really, at the end of the day, it does seem like it's going to be enough. Although, in saying that, Sean and Roker have found one apiece. It's gone back to a 1 versus 2. Sean will see if he can clutch this one out. It's important for Echo Fox that he does, but definitely not an easy situation. Surreal with the AWP coming in from market as well. He's going to spot him off, and just the P250 in the end. Def will be enough. 17 on the board now for compLexity, and Echo Fox in danger of dropping this first half 0-3.
Yeah, a very difficult final round of this first half of overtime because they haven't got much money to work with at all. Potential for an 18-15 coming straight out for compLexity. And then, of course, needing only 1 round on the reverse side here to pick up this game. We can see Uber there. Look at that. Look what he's picked up. Very impressive. Let's see if he can use it.
Well, where is he holding at the moment? Over towards the A-bomb site. So shouldn't have all that much of an impact on this round. Echo Fox really favouring the B site in this overtime, and at the moment it hasn't worked out for them. They've got one more shot at it, but with a lackluster buy-in, with Roka already down on 13, I don't know how much I like their chances. The entry is going to come out there from Freakazoid as well as Sean, but it's a 2 for 2, and in the end, compLexity not going to be feeling too bad about that.
No, they're onto the site. The bomb plant should be going down shortly. There we go. Uber still sitting here with this Scar. Can he put some damage onto the site? Def, he's got an AK. He fires through. There's no one there. Sean and Freakazoid both tagged up. Def, a little bit of damage on him. But Shazam up in apartments with a lot of work to be done potentially. Def finds one. Freakazoid goes down. Uber and Surreal both finding frags. And that will be 18-15. compLexity picking up all three CT sides here on our first thing of overtime. And as we swap, Echo Fox with so much work to do, considering how far they were ahead. They've lost like 6 or 7 straight.
Yeah, they've definitely lost a lot in a row. And, well, compLexity, the momentum is definitely shifted into their favor now. 18 on the board. They only need that one round here in the second half of overtime. Echo Fox, as you mentioned, have looked a little bit shaky. But moving over to the CT side, maybe just a change up in the playstyle will work out for them. We'll have to see. It's going to be a difficult prospect, though, for them because compLexity are just hitting their shots right now.
Yeah, pretty much. And Echo Fox, really, they're going to have a real hard think about how they want to play this CT side. They can't afford to get caught out. And to be fair, they should have won in normal time. It should not have got to this. They got caught out by a rush on what was potentially the last round of the game. And to me, it just comes down to that. They just weren't ready for it. They thought they could easily push through. They're going to steamroll compLexity.
Yeah, I mean, they just charged straight into mid, Echo Fox, and lost a few frags straight away. And then one by one, the attack collapsed for Echo Fox on their T side. But now heading into, of course, the second half of overtime, they're going to be playing on the CT side, which, you know, as I said, maybe this change-up will help them out here. Although, admittedly, compLexity have been looking quite good lately. So, here we go. Second half of overtime, just about to get underway. And we'll see whether or not we're going to be seeing the AWPs come out for both sides. Surreal has picked up his, and you have to say there's no world in which Echo Fox doesn't put the AWP onto the hands of Shazam here. It's going to be the case. Roka maybe deliberating. Do they go for the double AWP setup here? No, they don't.
No, they don't. But, like, to be fair, let's put this into perspective. compLexity had an average T side, and their CT side, they managed to, you know, obviously they played like 18 CT rounds in a row, essentially, and brought it back, which is where we're at the moment. So Echo Fox haven't had a chance here on CT for a while. We can see the 2 players coming through from unders, but Shazam going to get smoked off there, looking through into mid from Connector. Looks like it's going to be an A split here, Elfish Guy.
Yeah, they execute onto A with those smokes has been good so far from compLexity, but they have yet to get in there, and Shazam, he might spot out this player in Palace. As of yet, hasn't managed to fire a shot off, and that smoke into A main is going to slow things down. But yeah, Def coming around behind Shazam. Picks up 2, actually. Sean Garris goes down as well. And now that A-bomb site is going to be looking a little bit dangerous here for the guys on Echo Fox. compLexity have found 3.
Are compLexity going to pick this up? Echo Fox's map, they had such an average map on train, and now Freakazoid, the last one left alive. Victory going over to compLexity Gaming, taking out Echo Fox there. That I'm just going to look. This is not what I'm going to do. Okay, this is an ESL postcard. Dear compLexity, I am very sorry for doubting you. You played very well. Love Sandman XOXO. Good job. But really, we doubted them.
We did.
I said 16-4. You said like 16-6, and they brought it back to overtime.
Yeah.
Won the game. And Echo Fox, what did they just it came out of nowhere? They really let it slip.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, after their performance on train, it's not surprising that, you know, maybe we did doubt them a little bit. It didn't look very good apart from that little streak at the start. But
yeah,
definitely compLexity coming back there on Mirage and, well, making their way through that map as slow and steady as they needed to, but they've got the win in the end, and Echo Fox probably going to be a little disappointed with how that one turned out.
Yeah, I certainly so. Let's go and take a look at how the rest of the day played out. We started with Selfless Gaming up against NRG Esports. It was 9th versus 5th. NRG picked up both maps 16-5, 16-5. We then moved over to 12th place compLexity, up to 4th place Echo Fox. We went on to train, and although compLexity started well, Echo Fox finished very, very strongly there, and they picked that one up. But Mirage going into overtime, who would have thought that was going to happen? It was Echo Fox's pick, and 19-15 is the end result. compLexity picking up only their 3rd win of the season here and doing it up against a strong team in Echo Fox.
Definitely a very good result there for compLexity. They'll be happy coming out of that one. And yeah, like I said, Echo Fox, they had the opportunities there to close things out, and really it just wasn't quite there. So they're going to have to go back to the drawing board and work on maybe those late map sort of situations, the clutch situations that they needed to pick up there just weren't quite strong enough.
Well, a lot to take away from today's matches. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow.